Hey, third and fourth graders, happy Friday. This is our last lesson in our Let's Talk About Sports series. So today we are going to look at a football problem, and we are going to go ahead and continue using our RDW, or our read, draw, write strategy. So I'm going to give you a quick reminder about those 3 steps. So when we use RDW, we first read the problem, we circle the important parts of it, we try and make a game plan about what we are going to do to solve the problem. Then we move on to step number 2, which is to draw a picture or a model. So sometimes we use things called manipulatives, which can be like base 10 blocks or something like that, or we can just draw a picture with pencil and paper, or sometimes we create a model using objects that we have. Okay, and then lastly, our step 3 is to write. And so we write our equation and our answer, sometimes in a sentence, but really we just need to wrap up the problem and give our answer. All right, so those are our 3 steps. Now today's problem is about a boy named Jacoby, and we are going to be sharing some football cards that his parents got him, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and read this problem. I want you guys to be thinking in your head about which numbers and words are going to be important to us while I'm reading this, and then we will talk about it. All right, so the problem says Jacoby has 4 brothers. His parents bought him and his brothers 30 football cards to share equally. How many cards will each brother get? Right, so I'll give you a couple seconds to reread that in your head if you need to. All right, so the important numbers that I first notice are 4. And this number is going to be important because this gives us background on Jacoby's family. It says he has 4 brothers, but I also want us to keep in mind that Jacoby is a brother too. And so in all, there are 5 brothers in this family. So I'm going to go ahead and jot that down at the top just to remind myself that there are 5 boys total in this family. Okay, the next sentence says his parents bought him and his brothers 30 football cards. Okay, so 30 is going to be our whole. We are going to be sharing all of those with these 5 brothers, and then it also gives us 2 very important words, and it says that we are going to share them equally. Right? And the reason that it's so important that it says equally is that sometimes when you share things, it can be unequal, right? So one brother could get 3, one could get 7, one could get 5 if they were sharing. But this problem specifically tells us that we are going to share them equally, so each brother will get the same amount of football cards. All right, and then again, this problem is asking us to find out how many cards each brother will get. All right, since we're sharing them and we are sharing them equally, we know that we are going to be doing division to solve this problem. So we'll keep that in mind as we move on to step number 2, which is to draw. All right, so I already have our football cards ready, but we need to decide how many groups we need to have in our picture so that we can split these the right way. So if you look back at our problem, we are sharing these cards with 5 brothers. So I'm going to go ahead and create 5 circles. Each circle represents a brother. 4 and 5. All right, so now that we have our 5 brothers represented by these circles, I'm going to go ahead and divide up these football cards among the brothers one by one until I get to 30. Okay, it's important that I do it one by one so that each brother will get the same amount, because I could give Jacoby 7 and then try 7 here, but it doesn't guarantee that each brother will have the same amount, so it's easier if I just count up by ones. So if you have a paper and pencil, you can go ahead and grab those and draw the picture with me, or you can just follow along with my video. That's fine too. All right, so we're going to count up to 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, we're almost there, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. All right, so now we are out of baseball cards. So what we need to do is we need to do a quick check and make sure that all of them have an equal amount, since that's what the problem asked us to do. So if I look, this brother has 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, looks like every brother has 6 cards, so they are all equal, and we know that each person is going to get 6 of those football cards that the parents bought. Okay, so now that we have drawn the picture, we have completed step 2. All we have to do left is to write. So first we're going to go ahead and write our equation. So if you think back to the number we started with the parents giving us 30 football cards, so 30 was the whole. And then we went ahead and divided those baseball cards into 5 different groups to represent the 5 different brothers. And once we did that, we saw that in each group, there was going to be 6. So each brother got 6 cards. So that is our equation. And lastly, we are going to go ahead and write our equation, write our answer in a sentence. So each brother could have 6 football cards. All right, so that is our answer. That is step 3 of our RDW strategy, so we are all done with that problem. The last thing that I need you guys to do today is hop onto Canvas and do your exit ticket. It's going to be very similar to what we just did. So if you need to watch this over one more time to get a handle on it, feel free to do that. But once you're all done with that exit ticket, you are good to go into the weekend, and we'll see you next week.